How's everybody doing? God bless everybody that is watching. I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News, correspondent for Real America's Voice News. We are live broadcasting from Ciudad de México, right here. It's the most important statue possibly in our country. I wanted to take you little by little. We're going to go later on to really historical places. I want to show you how Ciudad de México is one of the most advanced cities in our country. It's just culturally, it is rich. It is where our civilization of the great Tenochtitlan, that is the Aztec descent, our civilization started. This right here is the most important statue possibly in our history and in our country, where it is the Statue of Independence. Underneath, there is our heroes that are buried right there that gave us independence. So I will walk right now through that statue. I'm a little bit, I got like some kind of, I don't know if it's vertigo or something like that, but I get nervous when I get close to big statues. I don't know, it's a thing that I have. It's a thing that sadly, it's a thing that I have experienced all my life. Heights, I cannot be in a building or something like that. It's just a thing that I have. So let me change the camera. Let us go right here. Caravan update. The caravan, for everybody that is watching, the caravan started moving today in the morning. There's a lot of sick people, sick children, and today the Institute National of Immigration started detaining little by little caravan, migrants. So the plan is to disarticulate the caravan as soon as they get to the next city, that is Arriaga. Arriaga is the border city that connects with Oaxaca. So let us go to our Statue of Independence. Let us just walk. Oh, almost got ran over. So I want to go inside where the tombs of our heroes are located at. I have been to this city multiple times. I'm saying multiple times. I've been to the city a lot of times. It's a really dynamic city. It's a big city. Beautiful city. Ciudad de México has a lot of things that is beautiful. The most things that I like about Mexico is their history. This is where our civilization and our history started. This is where our Aztec descent started. This is where one of the greatest warriors of our land, that it was Cuauhtémoc, the last warrior and emperor of our tribe, that is Aztec descent. This is where, far away from here, but this is where, this is the city that he fought for in our country against the conqueror of the Spaniards. Let us walk right here. Walk through the center of the statue. Wow, I've never been this close, and it is an impact to be this close. No se puede entrar abajo, ¿eh?
No.
¿A qué horas dejan entrar? ¿Está enterrado ahí quién?
Sí.
Ándele pues. This is our statue. Wow, I've never been this close. It gives me like some kind of escalofríos. I don't know how to, it shivers. It's a big statue. Supposedly they say that underneath here there's our independence heroes. They're buried right here. So it says 1810 to 1821 right there. Independence statue. Let me go around so you guys can see how big it is. It's a huge monument. Beautiful. Multi-dynamical city. It says built in 1908 to 1910, inaugurated in September 1910, restored in 1958 and 1986. And again, it was restored in 2006. Beautiful independence statue. This is our history right here. All of that we represent is in this statue right here. Everything that our civilization represents. All the way to the far end, you will see another significant statue all the way to the far end. I want to walk with you guys for me, the most, let me change the camera. For me, the most significant statue in Ciudad de Mexico is one of our Aztec warriors that his name was Cuitláhuac. Cuitláhuac was one of the most important Aztec warriors in our history. Cuitláhuac was a warrior that died due to infection. At that particular time, leprosy, or there was the Spaniards came to our land and brought a lot of infections. So the Spaniards, as a tactic, what they used to infect Cuitláhuac, as he drank water from a fountain, that it was delivered to his room, or to his place where he slept. He had a fountain of water coming in, and as he drank every day the fountain of water, he did not know that the Spaniards already put a dead body, far away from where the water was contaminated with that dead body, that it was infected with some disease. So he got infected drinking that water, and he died. That is, for me, you know, a lot of people talk about Cuauhtémoc. Cuauhtémoc was one of the greatest warriors, the last emperor of our nation, of the Aztec nation. But Cuauhtémoc, particularly, this does not, you know, it's not all of our Aztec history. For me, Cuitláhuac was one of the most smartest, one of the most intelligent, one of the most, you know, capable of fighting. To become an Aztec emperor, and to become an Aztec leader, it was not just to be designated to just become. No, you had to be a Gran Tlatoani, if that is the name. A Gran Tlatoani. It is a master of everything. Astrology, knowledge of history, knowledge of poetry, knowledge of love, knowledge of understanding. And ultimately, also, they competed through all those phases, and ultimately it lasted to the last one, that it was to be a warrior. And Cuitláhuac was the greatest one, as Moctezuma, when he passed away, he led the torch to Cuitláhuac, or also to Cuauhtémoc. And Cuitláhuac and Cuauhtémoc, they did not fight. Cuauhtémoc, our last emperor, said, "You deserve it more than me. You are a better leader than me. You have the torch." So Cuitláhuac was one of the emperors that got assassinated. And if he got assassinated, intoxicated by the Spaniards. But if he would have not been assassinated and intoxicated by the Spaniards, a whole different story would have been. Cuitláhuac was the greatest warrior of our nation, and was the greatest warrior of our history. So I'm right here in the Independence statue. We are going to walk to the Cuitláhuac statue. I'm in the middle of Ciudad de Mexico. I've never been this close because I'm a little, you know, statues, big statues, they give me some kind of a, I don't know, me da escalofríos. I don't know how to say it in English. So let us run over here. Oh my God, he's jaywalking, Oscar Blue. You know, you have all these kind of things, beautiful things, because it's Dia de los Muertos, so they, what the culture of Mexico, what they do. Look at this. How beautiful is this? This is beautiful, look. So it's Dia de los Muertos, and look, look at all the dogs. This guy's walking, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dogs. Walking, that guy's walking 57 dogs. 57 dogs. So, so this is Katrina, beautiful Katrina. That's my girlfriend right there. Look at that, that's my girlfriend. So let us walk through our beautiful city of Mexico. Hey. This our country is really rich in history. So spot it, Oscar Blue in Tapachula. Man, these liberals. I'm right here in my country, city of Mexico. Beautiful. So as you guys can see, it's another look how culturally we're really rich. Yeah, los muertos, that's what they do. So I want to walk towards where the statue of Cuitláhuac is located at. So the rent bikes right here. Got an appointment with a friend of mine later on this afternoon. Two friends of mine that they live over here. One of them is an architect and the other one is a journalist also. So walk so I can show you how beautiful these statues are. These are all designed for Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead. So I think it's 3rd of November today. So they're gonna remove them. I don't know how they're gonna stay the whole month or not. Even they got the poncho on this one. Look at this one, man. Look at this one. It's really nice. Look, our culture is so rich. You know, we're really rich. As I was driving through yesterday, I was driving through Coatzacoalcos, Veracruz, and seeing how beautiful our country is. Chiapas is gorgeous. You know, we got to see the Coatzacoalcos, Veracruz. That is one of the most beautiful sights on the road. Oh my God, it's unbelievable, the road. We got to also to Veracruz. We got to Puebla. Puebla is also beautiful. So look at this. Ciudad de México, man. It's always, there's nothing like it. Also Monterrey, it's nothing like it. It's the most, my favorite city possibly is Guadalajara. I love Guadalajara. Querétaro, one of my favorite cities. Querétaro, it is known to be one of the most. Querétaro is known to be the most cleanest, one of the most cleanest cities in our country. A lot of people walk their dogs in the morning, like you see. This is really, you know, well-known area to be walking your dog. Transportation is like, it looks European. And I want to take you to the statue of Cuitláhuac, and then from there we're going to walk back. See aquí, el día de día nos vamos. From the day we're gone. How's everybody doing? I was talking to Ali last night, and I was telling her that we worked for 11 days in Caravan. Today we're going to the judicial department to see if the protection claim is actually being documented, and to see if the protection claim is actually being put, and or if it is a fact or it is a lie. And talking to her, and I was practically telling her, like, hey, it's been 11 days of this. Like, it's been a long ride. 11 days of broadcasting and doing coverage of this. It's not just 1 day, 2 days. You know, it's been 11 days. And, you know, it's, and she said, you know what, it's not 11, Oscar, it's 12. We did 12 days. So I'm like, wow. Thought that it was 11. I really did not know, and I was not aware At one particular point, I was not even aware which day it was, to be honest with you guys. At one particular point, I was not even aware, what time it was. I was really exhausted, really tired, and thank you. Really exhausted, really tired, and there's no other word to describe how I was extremely exhausted. I'm walking and driving and practically working, broadcasting and documenting for more than 15 hours, 12 hours every day is really exhausting. So every day we woke up between 3 to 4 o'clock in the morning, and and to absorb all the energy, the sadness, and a lot of things that they were happening in the caravan was really depressing sometimes. Sometimes you're in a good sometimes you're doing good, sometimes you're not, so it's really mind-blowing, and it's particularly, I can walk here. Yay. I was driving last night through Ciudad de México, and it's one of the most difficult places to drive. For a lot of people, they're not from here. I'm not from here. So for me, it was really difficult to drive last night. To understand the city and to understand how it is really cool. To shot another dog. Dogs everywhere. To understand the city and to really be part of it, you have to be, living in it. So to come over here randomly and to try to adapt on a one-day basis is not. Luis de Jesús Ramírez, te informo, México le ofreció a esta caravana migrante las ciudades posibles donde pudieran encontrar empleo. La pandemia nos golpeó fuertemente y perdimos millones de empleos. Sí, Luis de Jesús Ramírez. Let me address this comment in Spanish. Sí, Luis. Desgraciadamente, al parecer hubo un acuerdo. Al parecer hubo un acuerdo entre. Yo estuve ahí. Cuando eso fue en el día 8, creo, día 8, cuando el Instituto Nacional de Migración se acercó hacia los líderes de la caravana, o no sé cuál líder fue, y les ofreció que se quedaran, pero la oferta es muy minuciosa, ¿no? Y es muy engañosa, porque les ofrecen empleo y les ofrecen visas, pero les dicen que tienes que regresar a Tapachula conmigo, ¿no? Al centro del siglo XXI, o a esas instituciones donde pues ya ha habido tortura y también prácticamente son ya designadas como la prisión de migrantes. Entonces, cuando creas tú una mentira, eres como el lobo, ¿no? Y el cochinito que dice, ahí viene el lobo, y no le crees. Y cuando ya verdaderamente viene el lobo, y tú dices, bueno, esta vez sí le creo, y no le crees, pues prácticamente eso es la gran mentira, ¿no? Ese es el gran problema. Espérenme tantito, déjenme nomás contesto un mensaje. Creas esta mentira, creas esta idea de que pues prácticamente vas a ayudar, pero pues la gente ya no te cree. Entonces el pánico de estas personas hacia el Instituto Nacional de Migración es enorme. No te imaginas qué tan grande es. Ya lo viví y mi percepción cambió muchísimo en términos de entender la necesidad. Primero que nada, yo estoy por México, primero México y por siempre México. Ese es otro diferente problema lo que tenemos en nuestro país. México tiene un problema de pobreza, un problema de injusticia y un problema de inseguridad, un problema de abusos a las mujeres. Es un problema totalmente fuera del lugar que ese problema siempre lo hemos tenido en nuestro país, pero el problema con la migración en nuestro país en estos momentos es espantoso, y más espantoso es lo que está haciendo el Instituto Nacional de Migración en Tapachula. Eso sí se los voy a decir, las organizaciones gubernamentales y los 3 niveles de gobierno, lo que están haciendo en nuestro país con la migración es un abuso, la verdad. No estoy defendiendo, llévatelos a tu casa y estos comentarios tan estúpidos e incompetentes. No, simplemente la verdad, señores, tenemos que tener un sistema de migración correcto, ordenado, para que la gente, si quiere migrar, que migre legalmente, ordenadamente, pacíficamente y con un propósito. Y documentadamente, ¿no? Que agilicen el proceso, que hagan las cosas como se tienen que hacer y que pues prácticamente no se rompa ese lapso de orden y de ley en nuestro país, que se respete sobre todas las cosas de nuestra constitución en nuestro país. Just talking to a guy that was telling me basically what is happening with the migrant caravan, that they are, particularly right now, they offer them jobs, they offer them this to stay in the south border. The problem is also, problema también es Joe Biden, que los invitó a su país. Este presidente incompetente que hace decisiones tan estúpidas, mi amigo, y que habla a lo idiota y no sabe las consecuencias que tiene, ¿no? The problem is Joe Biden also, that Joe Biden practically invited them, and now he wants to not invite them. So that is one of the problems, and it's a big problem, you know, because you invite people and then you tell them no. So that's really stupid. You know what I mean? So I wanted to take you to this statue that is practically, for me it is the most important statue in Ciudad de México. Let me just flip the camera so you guys can see. This is for me the most important statue in Ciudad de México. This is our most important warrior in our culture. In my perspective, you know, a lot of people say Cuauhtémoc. In my perspective, they forgot about Cuitláhuac. Cuitláhuac is one of the greatest warriors. It is the greatest warrior in my eyes. A lot of people forgot about him, because his life did not last that much in charge of the greatest empire possibly in history, that is the Aztec Empire. And that is the statue of Cuitláhuac. So one moment is there. Look at these comments. I thought that you were a serious reporter. Joe Biden did not invite them. Wow. So if I don't fall into your narrative, I'm not a serious reporter. If I don't fall, that is Cuitláhuac on the back. That's for everybody to know. It's Cuitláhuac, one of the greatest warriors of our history. So if I don't say what you say, this is possibly you're a leftist. And then, you know, I'm not a leftist, but possibly you're on the left. Joe Biden invited them. Let me remind you of what Joe Biden did, so you can go give you factual evidence and also factual information for you. Joe Biden, back in the debate with Donald Trump, he said, I'm going to create a better pathway for migrants. Go and rewind the tape. And I'm going to let in 125,000 per year. He said also that he did not want it for children to die on their travesty and on their journey to the north. So he said, all the children, come, I will admit you, I will help you. This is why Joe Biden and the current administration has more than 21,000 unaccompanied minors in custody right now. Factual information just for you to have. More than 21,000. After he saw, and he particularly experienced the gigantic problem that he just created, after that, he said, you know what? I cannot admit anymore. More than 1.5 million people have been admitted to the United States of America and have entered to the United States of America right now. All of them. And I have documented for you. I thought you were a serious reporter. Documented every single one of the caravan. More than 10, 11 days I walked with them. So I walk with them, every single one of them. I asked them, every single one, what is your opinion about Joe Biden? And every single one is going to tell you he invited us. He told us to come, and we are willing to go over there and change his. Why did they change his decision? Because ultimately now they know, and particularly they know, that Joe Biden has said and changed his mind, and he said ultimately do not come anymore. That's why Kamala Harris, when she saw that this was a big problem, trafficking problem, child smuggling, and all these kind of situations that are happening, he immediately sent Kamala Harris to Guatemala and said, you know what, you gotta say do not come anymore. Got a big problem. You gotta stop this. So immediately, he sent Kamala Harris to Guatemala. Kamala Harris stood in front of the pedestal in the presidential palace of Yamate, the president of Guatemala, and she said 3 times, do not come, do not come, do not come. After that, they went for Joe Biden, and they asked Joe Biden, right now is not a time to migrate. When he pandered into the immigrants, when he was campaigning, ultimately he was pandering to that, playing songs like Despacito and all this kind of stupid stuff, to make us believe, to make the population, the Hispanic population, and not only the Hispanic population, but also the Latino population, to make them believe that he was going to help them. And he used that strategy. Everybody believed him. And now that everybody's being kicked out, that everybody's being deported, after he invited them, I thought that you were a serious commentator, everybody now is on a huge deception. So all of this that is right now happening at the borders, it is provoked by and incentivization by the current administration. It is the reality. When you don't want to accept it, go and watch all the videos. There's a playlist on my YouTube that you can watch. How thousands of migrants, I asked them, not every single one of them, but a lot of them, I asked them, what is your perception of Joe Biden? He invited us. Even you can go and watch, yesterday, I believe so, 2 days ago, I did an interview with a Venezuelan migrant. And I asked them, hey, what is your perception of Joe Biden? Did he invite you? Clearly he says, yes, he did. And I'm going over there. And I'm trying to enter it. And even the educational level of a lot of migrants right now, it is to do things irregularly through non-port of entries. This is why this migrant from Venezuela told me, but if I enter through a place that is open, there is a wall, and I lift my hands and I say, asylum, they're going to take me, right? So they already know that if they do that, it is inevitable that they are going to be accepted. So, who's educating them? Who's telling them that that is the legal way? That is not the legal way to migrate. This is why I have said it before. I'm standing for legal migration. Where am I? Didn't come. ¿Consulado? ¿El consulado americano es ese que está ahí? Dos calles más, gracias. So, to particularly and practically to say that Joe Biden did not invite them is justifying all that he has done. If you're saying Joe Biden did not invite them, you're justifying the enormous inflation of migrants that is happening at the border. You're justifying that there's no trafficking of children. You're a person that is going to say you're flaming the border. You're creating hysteria at the border. You're that guy, or you're that person. That these kind of individuals that they say you're creating hysteria, you're just flaming the border, these people that they don't want to accept that we have a humongous problem at our border. It's not just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is we're talking about more than 70,000 people that they're encapsulated in one particular place. More than 70,000 people they're encapsulated in Tapachula border. Flaming the border, creating hysteria at the border. That is hysteria. When you got more than 21,000 unaccompanied minors that they're detained in the United States of America. When you got children that are being trafficked and abused in the borders. When there's children that they are being sick right now with COVID or possibly dengue, symptoms of dengue and symptoms of COVID. That's why we don't talk the talk, we walk the talk. That's why we travel to the south border to give you guys reality and facts. That's why I do it, because all these people are like, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Let me just show it to you. You know, there was a guy yesterday commenting exactly like you. Joe Biden did not invite them. Joe Biden did not do this. That's propaganda. And I said, all right, that's propaganda. In the middle of the live feed, he was saying that. And I said, you know what? There was a migrant sitting down right there. I said, hey, guy, you want to be in an interview? Let me invite you. Let me just talk to you. For everybody that is joining in, I'm walking in Ciudad de México. Right now, for everybody that is watching. I'm in Ciudad de México right now. So, I invited the guy in the live feed. I'm like, hey, you want to come and talk to me for a little bit? He said, yeah, I want to talk to you. He comes to me, and we start talking. And I say, why are you migrant? Who invited you? And he said, Joe Biden. Joe Biden invited you? Yeah, Joe Biden. I said, but what do you think? Joe Biden already said no. Oh, we have faith that he's going to change his mind. That's what he says. We got an absolute faith that he's going to change his mind. So you got this ideology that it was ultimately created by the leader of the free world, that is supposedly Joe Biden. And he created this idea to make everybody believe that ultimately it is, you know, it is a free pass to the United States, and to understand also that it is open. So you have all these people that sadly they're walking for kilometers and kilometers and kilometers and kilometers, and they're walking for miles and miles and miles and miles. And sadly, all these people that are walking for kilometers and miles, they are under the mindset and the understanding that this president is going to let them in. That is a sad, full reality. Because they're abusing humans, and they're abusing humans, and they're abusing migrants. This is a total abuse. It is crimes against humanity. It is crimes against, people. Who's going to be held accountable for all this? So I invite you, the guy that's commentated on this, watch all of our videos. Just take it on your own. Breathe it in, suck it in. Then after that, you can comment. You can tell me, what is the whole situation. So let me just change the camera. I'm walking back. Good morning to everybody. All these taco stops. Yes, tacos. Walking back. La 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 la. Lady, I have seen you 2 times already. La embajada de los Estados Unidos, viejo. Gracias. De este lado, ¿ah? Gracias, es esa. Sí, gracias. All right, let's go. Good morning to every single one of them. Walking in Ciudad de México. Later on, I will be at a really beautiful place that I wanted to show you guys. Historical place that I want to show you guys. I'm going to be at a really historical place, and I want to show you guys our history. Particularly, I want to show you guys like the food. But most importantly, I want to show you guys the history of our country. Our country is extremely rich. It's beautiful, but it has a lot of problems. And it's corruption one of them. So I will end this live feed. Thank you so much for joining in. God bless you all from Ciudad de México. Be live in a few moments to every single one of you. Thank you so much for everybody to join in. viva México y por siempre México. México lindo y querido, si muero lejos de ti, que digan que estoy dormido y que me traigan, que digan que estoy dormido. Cántale, señora. Y que me traigan aquí, México lindo y querido, si muero lejos de ti. God bless you all. See you guys later. Peace and love, and always your country first. God bless.